The idea that Jay-Z sent T some kind of message after King Harris went at 50 Cent over his mother's grave is one that has set tongues wagging on the internet. So, we're going to look at how we got here. From a Verzu challenge that went sideways to a photo that crossed a line to the son of a rapper dragging a dead woman into a feud, and examine what role, if any, Jay-Z plays in all of this. Let us start from the beginning, music. Because the chain of events that led to King Harris disrespecting 50 Cent's late mother is one you need to understand in full. This entire situation traces back to one thing, a Versus battle that was supposed to happen between 50 Cent and Music T, but never did. T appeared on a clip shared by podcaster Gilly King from an episode of his show where the Atlanta rapper claimed that he and 50 Cent had been speaking about Versus battle for years and were looking forward to celebrating each other's catalog. That is how T.I. described it. Not a battle, not a war, a celebration. Music. T.I. explained on $1 million worth of Game that the matchup was not meant to pit them against each other. He stated that he and 50 talked about the idea that he did not just call 50 out of blue, and that the two had been moving around in Los Angeles selling some shows together. According to T.I., the two came to an agreement. T was supposed to mention it publicly in Music. And then when he did, something changed. When T.I. did announce it publicly, he alleges that 50 acted confused. T.I. said it made him question 50's character, and that 50 should have just said he did not want to do it. Now, this did not sit well with T at all. Whether it was 50 clowning T.I. for his stand-up comedy pivot or T.I. challenging 50 to a Versus battle over the past music decade, these two have had a competitive and combative dynamic with each other. The Versus challenge was not new. T had challenged 50 Cent to a Versus match a couple of times in the past. He first mentioned it in 2020 at the height of the popular battle series, and again in 2021, but 50 never took the bait. So in February 2026, T.I. decided to go public again. The Atlanta rapper doubled down on his challenge to 50 during a live nightcap episode in San Francisco, the podcast hosted by Shannon Sharp and Chad Orosinko Johnson. He made it clear he wants 50 Cent, and 50 Cent does not want to smoke. And what did 50 Cent do? What 50C always does. 50 Cent responded to T.I.'s challenge by posting a video of his Crime Stoppers Atlanta advertisement to Instagram, implying that T.I. is a snitch. That Crime Stoppers ad has a history. The ad was part of T.I.'s community service following his 2007 federal gun case. It was not a voluntary thing. It was court-mandated, but that did not matter to 50 Cent. He used it as a weapon. 50 Cent went on to share a clip of T.I. in court testifying about the murder of one of his friends. The footage was from T.I.'s testimony during the murder trial of Hosea Thomas, who killed T.I.'s friend, Phil Ant Johnson, in Cincinnati back in Music 2006. The implication was clear. 50 Cent was calling T.I. a snitch. T.I. supporters said it was Music, not snitching at all. They argued he spoke to get justice for a friend. But 50 Cent does not operate on that kind of logic. He operates on provocation. He operates on getting under people's skin, and it worked. In an Instagram comment captured by Academics TV on Twitter, Jex, 50 Cent referred to T.I. as King Rat. T.I. responded, "You playing on my name when only want us a rat in real life. You know I got your paperwork right, and my transcript is available online. Your excuses is useless. Get your whole ads in the box or SDFU and live in fear. You soft son, you've lost my respect." T.I.'s accusations reference long-standing rumors about 50 Cent snitching on Kenneth Suprema Griff in the early 2000s. So now both sides were throwing snitching allegations at each other. Music. And this was still the early stages. The Versus challenge had turned into a full-blown feud. Eventually, Music. The two started accusing each other of snitching, which is where these beefs always seem to go when the music is taken out of the equation. The music conversation was done. Now it was personal. And then 50 Cent went a step further. He brought T.I.'s family into it. On Sunday, February 22nd, 2026, Music. 50 Cent took the feud to a place that changed everything. The tension reignited after 50 Cent shared a post that included a photo of T.I.'s wife, Tiny Harris, along with a caption warning T.I. to keep his name out his mouth. The photo was not a flattering one. That was the entire point. 50 clapped back with some shady moves, including posting a not-so-flattering pic of T.I.'s wife, fellow ATL legend Tamika Tiny Harris. 50 captioned the post, "I keep saying keep my name out your mouth." Okay, now this is 50 Cent we are talking about. 50 Cent is a rapper who is, besides his sharp verses, known for his online trolling. He has turned social media into a weapon, and he uses it on anybody he has an issue with. But dragging someone's wife into a beef, that is a move that crosses a line for a lot of people. One fan wrote, "Man, the beef gotta stay between men. Once you music, add wife, kids, parents, etc., you gotta hold the L at that point." Another commented, "You normally have me crying, laughing, but this ST is not funny, homie. She's one of our icons, and she tip wife. You too big for that music, and a lot of us look up to you." Another fan wrote, "Tiny is such a sweet lady. Making fun of her body is just mean. Music." The public reaction was mixed, but the reaction inside the Harris household was not mixed at all. The post immediately caught attention online, and it did not take long for T.I.'s son, King Harris, to respond. Now, you need to understand who King Harris is. King Harris is the youngest son of T and Tiny. He has been in the public eye his entire life because of music, his parents' reality show, and their status in the Atlanta entertainment world. King has been known for getting into online confrontations before. He has a reputation for speaking his mind music. And when 50 Cent posted that photo of his mother, King did not hesitate. King commented under 50's post with Tiny Harris ready for war. "Where you mama?" King commented, "Music." That was the first shot, and it set the stage for what was about to happen next, because King Harris did not stop there. He took things to a level that shocked the internet, and had people questioning whether he went too far or whether 50 Cent had it coming. T and 50 Cent had recently reignited their long, simmering feud after T claimed he lost all respect for 50 when he backed out of the proposed versus battle. Shortly after those comments began circulating, 50 posted a photo of Tiny to his Instagram, seemingly mocking her. That is the context. 50 Cent was not posting that photo out of nowhere. He was responding to T saying he lost respect for him, and his response was to go after T.I.'s wife. T himself responded to the post. T issued his own response to 50's post about Tiny late Sunday, writing music, "Fucking yo, you can post a fat hoe in a snowstorm on a unicycle juggling dildos. You still a hoe." Hashtag King said that. That hashtag King said that, and is notable because it references T.I.'s own legacy and his own brand. Music. He was not backing down, but his response was measured compared to what his son had already done and was about to continue doing. What King Harris did next is the center of this entire story. It is what has the internet divided. Music. It is what has people talking, and it is what connects to the title of this video. T.I.'s son, King Harris, posted a fiery rant online aimed at 50 Cent after the rapper shared an unflattering photo of his mom, Tiny. In the rant, King repeatedly referenced 50 Cent's dead mother, telling him to post an image of her grave instead of bringing up his mom. Let's go through exactly what King Harris said and did. King said to the camera, referencing 50 Cent's mother, Sabrina Jackson, who died in 1983. That is an important detail. Sabrina Jackson died over 40 years ago. Miss Jackson was not bothering anybody either, because she tragically passed more than 40 years ago when 50 was only 8 years old. And here is what makes 50 Cent mother's death so significant to this story. Sabrina Jackson's death in 1983 was suspected homicide. Authorities believe someone drugged her and left her unconscious in her apartment before setting it on fire. Despite the suspicious circumstances, no arrests were made, and her killer remains unidentified. 50 Cent himself has spoken about the tragic details, saying, "Someone put something in her drink and turned the gas on. After that, every time something went wrong, I'd think if my mother was here, it wouldn't be like that." Sabrina Jackson was a single parent and played a vital role in 50 Cent's life. His mother, Sabrina Jackson, welcomed 50 into the world when she was only 15 years old. After her passing, Curtis went to live with his grandparents, but the loss of his mother forever altered his path. That is the person King Harris decided to bring into this feud. King posted an image of a tombstone to his stories with the caption, "This where your mama at." He also shared what appeared to be a photo of 50 Cent's mother's gravesite. In another post, writing yo and dig up your mama. King Harris took to his Instagram story where he shared a picture of a headstone and wrote this where your mama at. He also shared a picture of a headstone featuring the name Music Sabrina Jackson. He posted the actual gravesite, the actual name on the tombstone. This was not a vague reference. This was a direct target attack on a dead woman's resting place before doubling down that he should leave Tiny out of back and forth. King questioned how 50 and other trolls were raised before again telling him to dig up his mother and pay his respects. He compared Tiny's Grammy-winning R&B career as a member of Escape to 50's mother, adding that his mom is a legend. King Harris, the Atlanta rapper's youngest son, took to Instagram in defense of his mother with several posts pointing out 50's prior beefs, the aftermath of his 2000 shooting, previous accusations of domestic violence, and more. On his Instagram account, King shared a post of a gravesite featuring 50 Cent's mother and grandmother's names, a video of the rapper in court in a case where he stood accused of trampling and assaulting 3 women at a concert, and a photo of one of the rapper's sons on his lap. King Harris did not hold anything back. Music. He dragged in 50 Cent's dead mother, his dead grandmother, his legal troubles, his children. Everything was fair game to King Harris. Some fans say King was disrespectful and he could have handled the situation in private. But others say King was right to defend his mother publicly since 50 Cent posted her photo on his public Instagram page. That is where the debate stands. Music. Was King Harris right to defend his mother? Most people would say yes. Was he right to drag a dead woman who died over 40 years ago, a woman who was murdered and left in a fire, into a social media beef? That is where a lot of people draw the line. To understand why this blew up the way it did, you have to understand 50 Cent's pattern. This is not the first time 50 Cent has dragged someone's family into a beef. This is what he does. He pokes, he provokes, he trolls, and he waits for the other person to react. 50 Cent and T.I.'s social back and forth sparked a new beef between 50 and T.I.'s son, King Harris. King Harris's feud Music, with 50 marks the mogul's second with a rapper's son following his 2026 feud with Diddy's son Christian King Combs. So 50 Cent has been feuding with the sons of rappers in 2026. First Diddy's son, now T.I.'s son. There is a pattern here, and the pattern is that 50 Cent provokes, and then younger people get drawn into responding with emotion. In the latest rap feud, he dragged King Harris, son of rapper T, and his mom, Tamika Tiny Harris. 50 Cent is a rapper known for his online trolling, and his latest comment in a rap beef gives away a pattern. He follows and dissing his rivals on social media. In 50 Cent's response to all of this chaos, Music, 50 Cent then reacted with a frog-faced photo on Instagram along with the caption, LOL. Music, that is it. That is the response. A frog meme in 3 letters. While King Harris was posting grave sites and going on expletive-filled rants, 50 Music, Cent posted a meme and laughed. He simply posted a photo of Pepper the Frog, and then captioned his Instagram post with LOL. Clearly, this is the lowest form of diss track to him. That is the difference between 50 Cent and most of the people he beefs with. Music, he does not match their energy. He sits back and lets them destroy themselves. He posts something provocative, waits for the reaction, Music, and then laughs at the reaction. It is a playbook he has used for over 2 decades. Now, T did not just let the social media post speak for him. He went to the music studio. T dragged his beef with 50 Cent straight into the studio, dropping a diss track. T called 505 dispatcher, basically branding him a snitch and clowns him as a keyboard warrior who is tough online, but nowhere else. T rapped that he has paperwork from Know Why Imprison Your Name is in him, a claim that goes straight at 50's gangster brand. That is a nuclear option in hip-hop, calling someone a snitch with alleged proof. T was not playing anymore. That is not stopping some new music from being made. T.I. aimed a diss track at 50 Cent title war. T confirmed the verses between the two would never take place, saying he has no interest in standing on stage with him and that he does not respect him. So the verses that started all of this is Music dead. T does not want to celebrate catalogs anymore. He wants war. And 50 Cent, he is still posting memes. King was also still going sharing a photo of 50 in court with a caption about him only applying pressure females and telling him to bring that smoke. 50 Cent has gone to trial in 2013 for domestic abuse. The Harris family went Allen, father and son both attacking from different angles. T on the music side, King on the social media side. The Harris family is not playing with 50 Cent. But here is the thing. In all of this chaos, the grave sites, the diss tracks, the snitching accusations, the trolling, there's a question that has not been answered yet. What does Jay-Z have to do with any of this? And that brings us to the final part of the story. Now, here is where we need to be honest about what is actually going on. The title of this video mentions Jay-Z sending a message to T after King Harris. Music disrespected 50 Cent's mother's grave. And the internet has been connecting dots between Jay-Z in this situation. So, let's examine what those connections actually are. First, you need to understand the relationship between Jay-Z and 50 Cent. Jay-Z has a long and complicated relationship with 50 Cent, who attacked Hoff with his 1999 single, How to Rob. That track mentioned several prominent rappers, and Jay-Z was one of them. Since then, these two have had an awkward dynamic. Music. The relationship between the two artists has long been marked by distance rather than dialogue. It dates back to 50 Cent's 1999 song, How to Rob, which mentioned several prominent rappers, including Jay-Z. Since then, 50 has frequently commented publicly, while Jay-Z has largely avoided responding. That is a key detail. Jay-Z does not respond. He has almost never responded publicly to 50 Cent, while Jay-Z has largely stayed silent. 50 has continued to speak publicly, including recalling a past disagreement where Beyoncé intervened. In 2022, 50 claimed he was in a meeting with the rapper, and they got into an argument only for Beyoncé to allegedly come to her husband's defense. In 2023, he suggested that Jay-Z has only ever won Grammy Awards. Because of his marriage to Bey, 50 Cent has been poking at Jay-Z for years. More recently, 50 has been goofing around on Instagram posts that make light of Jay's appearance. In December, he shared a drawing that depicted Jay with an exaggerated face. "Please stop sending me stuff like this. I'm not going to post it," he captioned the post. And in February 2026, 50 Cent went even further. 50 Cent stirred conversation by resurfacing a Jay-Z lyric from a 2006 collaboration, reframing it through a meme and a pointed caption. The post featured Jay-Z's face edited onto the Predator character from the film franchise and referenced music. His verse on Pharrell's song Young Girl. The line at the center of the post reads, "Have got a young girl, still not quite 21. 50 Cent has also said he wants to do a documentary on Jay-Z. This came after 50 Cent produced a documentary on Diddy. The implication being that Jay-Z could be next on 50 Cent's target list. So, the connection people are drawing is this. 50 Cent has been going after Jay-Z. 50 Cent has been going after T.I. Jay-Z and T both exist in the same hip-hop ecosystem, and Jay-Z has a known preference for handling things with silence and distance rather than social media posts. Music. Some people online have speculated that Jay-Z's silence itself is a message that by not engaging with 50 Cent's provocations and by maintaining his position above the fray, he is sending a message to people like T about how to handle a person like 50 Cent. The post from 50 fits into a pattern, rather than signaling a shift. The two artists have followed distinct paths within hip-hop shaped by different ideas about visibility and influence. Their occasional intersections continue to attract attention, largely because they are rare. The tension by now is familiar, and that is the thing people miss. Jay-Z's approach to 50 Cent has always been the same. Do not music respond. Do not engage. Let 50 talk. Let 50 post his memes. Let 50 troll. And over time, the person doing the trolling looks smaller, not bigger. Jay-Z understood that years ago. 50 Cent conceded in a recent interview that Jay-Z has been a better businessman than him based on the drastic differences in which he believes they handle a new artist's music career. Even 50 himself acknowledges Jay-Z's approach has been more successful in certain areas. 50 Music. Claimed the Rock Nation founder will not collaborate with one of his artists until they are doing well enough to not need him on a song. The Gun leader said he has worked hard to prop up his artists. Jay-Z positions it as business, while 50 positions it as personal. That contrast, business versus personal, is exactly what plays out in these music beefs. Jay-Z treats everything as business. 50 Cent makes everything personal. Music. T made it personal when he called 50 out. 50 made it personal when he posted Tiny's photo. King Harris made it the most personal possible when he posted a dead woman's gravestone. The lesson that Jay-Z has demonstrated over his entire career is that you do not win by engaging in the mud. You win by staying above it. Whether or not Jay-Z has sent a direct, literal message to T.I. about the situation, his entire career serves as that message. Consider this. 50 Cent has taken shots at Jay-Z for over 25 years. He has posted memes. He has questioned his Grammy wins. He has brought up Beyoncé. He has resurfaced old lyrics. And Jay-Z's response across all those years has been silence. And where does Jay-Z stand today? He runs Roc Nation. Music. He has $1 billion net worth. He is arguably the most powerful figure in hip-hop history. That silence is the message. It always has been. Now, did Jay-Z pick up a phone and call T.I. to tell him something? We do not have evidence of that. What we do know is that the internet music has been circulating the idea that Jay-Z's entire approach to beefing, or rather not beefing with 50 Cent, is a playbook that T and his son should have followed. Instead, King Harris posted pictures of a dead woman's grave. Instead, T dropped a diss track. Instead, music. The Harris family gave 50 Cent exactly what he wanted, a reaction. And 50 Cent responded with a frog meme. Music. If these booked and busy businessmen have time to argue online, hopefully they can spin the block on Verge. The real winner would be the fans. And no mothers, partners, or children get caught in the middle. If they're cheering from the sidelines, music, that is what it comes down to. The fans lose when the beef goes this direction. Nobody wins when a young man is posting pictures of a dead woman's tombstone on Instagram. Nobody wins when a 50-year-old man is posting mocking photos of another man's wife. Nobody wins when snitching allegations replace music conversations. And nobody wins when a potential versus celebration turns into a social media war that drags in the dead. The Jay-Z connection to all of this is not about a phone call or a text message or a direct confrontation. It is about a philosophy. It is about an approach. Jay-Z's approach to 50 Cent has always been the same, and it has always worked. Silence, composure, focus on the bigger picture. T.I. chose a different path. King Harris chose a path that many people, including T.I.'s own fans, think went too far. And 50 Cent, he is sitting back, posting memes, and watching the chaos unfold. 50 Cent has beef with several peers besides T, including Ja Rule, Diddy Benzino, and more. He is not new to this. Music. He has done this to every person he has ever had an issue with. And the people who have fared the best against 50 Cent's trolling are the people who do not respond. That is the Jay-Z method. That has always been the Jay-Z method. Whether Jay-Z literally sent a message or whether his career is the message, the takeaway is the same. Do not let 50 Cent bait you into destroying yourself. Because when King Harris posted that gravestone with Sabrina Jackson's name on it, a woman who was murdered at 23, a woman who was drugged and left to die in a fire when her son was 8 years old, the person who came out looking the worst was not 50 Cent. It was King Harris. And that is the chilling part of all of this. The real message is not from Jay-Z to T.I. The real message is from this entire situation to everyone watching. Some lines once crossed cannot be uncrossed. And bringing a murdered mother's grave into a social media beef is a line that most people agree should never be touched. 50 Cent will keep trolling. T will keep responding. But the image of Sabrina Jackson's headstone on a 20-something's Instagram story, that is what people will remember from this entire feud. And somewhere Jay-Z is probably not saying a word about it because he never does. And that in itself has always been his.